Merry Christmas, everybody. It's not even Christmas yet. I don't know why I said that. Happy holiday. It's because I was going to say, hey, gamers, but that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing here today. We're making a gingerbread. I haven't decided. I figured, here's the thing about gingerbread. We can make whatever we want. So I was like, why would I commit to doing a gingerbread house when we can do a gingerbread, gingerbread yurt. Love that. Xmas spoilers. Green Tikachu, thank you for upping your subscription. I mean, there's so many. Yeah, we could do a hut. We could do, do you guys play MASH when you were younger? We could do MASH. Gingerbread Winchester Mystery House. That'd be cool. We could do, my partner recommended a gingerbread Baba Yaga house. And I was like, well, I have done a Baba Yaga house on this stream before, but it wasn't gingerbread. So does it even really count? Obi John, happy birthday to your mother. Happy birth, yes. So we've got some good options. Knife Snail. A Christmas miracle. 5 gifts given out to the gang. Thank you, Knife Snail. Knife Snailing intensifies. Congrats to everybody who just got a Knife Snail gifted subscription, and thank you for getting the subscriptions. We could do whatever we want. I was looking at fun gingerbread houses. And there was one that was like a gingerbread trailer. I thought that was kind of fun. I'm just saving my file real quick before I forget to do that. Gingerbread. You guys can't see it though because it's going to pop up. It's a secret. Peanut butter cookies with Hershey's Kisses. I gotta tell you guys, very early in December, I was like so excited for Christmas, and then I blinked, and now it's the day before Christmas Eve, and I have absolutely panicked about what to do about that and how to be merry. I hear things like normally for when I have holidays, I like prepare myself a cute little meal and I buy like some special thing to drink. And I do it up real right, but I didn't fucking plan anything this year. The only thing I planned correctly was getting a big stack of manga from the library. So that I'm excited about. But I'm just like, I've got like one day to plan something Christmassy to amuse myself Christmas Day. And that's just not a lot of time. NDA'd freelance contract. Interesting. Mystery. Let me show you the manga I got. Hold on. It's, as I've already read books 1 and 2, it's Delicious in Dungeons. It's a manga series about people delving into a dungeon and eating the stuff that they find in there. And it's extremely good. But I was really worried because I put in the request for the next pile of manga like last week. And I was like, oh, I hope it gets here before the library closes for the holiday. And it did. The closest, I did get myself a fancy chicken pot pie. So I think that's probably what I'll have on Saturday. But I'm just like not at all prepared for the holiday. Mantis Trump. Mantis Trump, thank you for the Prime subscription. Excellent username. Yeah, if you guys like cooking manga and you're not familiar with this one, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's so fun and so creative. It's like the idea of like doing a fantasy dungeon crawler that's also like a foraging cooking story is already such a good idea, and this is such an incredible implementation of it. It's called Delicious in Dungeon. The author is Ryoko Kui. Anyway, here's what it is. It's just like the art's really incredible. The ideas are so creative. The like food stuff they do is incredible. The second manga has this bit where they do an interfaith holy water. So it's like the holy concept of holy water for a bunch of different religions, and then they attack ghosts with them, and then the ghosts are cold enough to turn it into ice cream. It's so fun. It's so good. And it makes me so jealous that I can't eat the stuff that's in them. Gingerbread house from Parasite, complete with basement gingerbread man. Good and spooky. Generally, JL, congratulations on being done with this semester. Everybody I know who is a teacher of any variety has said this has been a particularly stressful grading moment. So congratulations on getting past it and being free to enjoy the rest of your week. Okay. And thank you for re-upping your subscription. As a student, as an instructor, it fucking sucked. Yeah, I bet. Everybody I know who has to do grading of any variety has just been like, it's just been extra miserable this year. So thank you for your service. What are we doing? Let me start. I mean, we can start with a house, I guess. I'll start with a house. Maybe we just make a fancy filigree. We could make like a witch's gingerbread house. Did the witch in Hansel and Gretel have a name, or was she just the witch? We could do that. That is an option. Gingerbread Baba Yaga is kind of what I'm describing, and is a pretty solid idea. Would the legs? What candy would the legs be made out of, Debbie? The fact that you're giving me different candy cane legs. Yeah, they would be candy canes, huh? Would they be chicken legs with candy cane stripes? Or would they just be shaped like candy canes? I like the second one of those because that's a lot easier. Candy canes made of Twizzlers? Wait a minute. I like the idea of candy cane legs because that's a very simple shape. Is Baba Yaga in The Witcher? They still gotta have talons. Okay, well, we can compromise between the shapes. Just the ends of candy cane with no toes or feet. That seems really hard. Oh, she was in The Witcher. Don't tell Joey Beatty that I haven't watched the second season of The Witcher yet. I don't want him to know and be ashamed. It's only 6 days old. Is that possible? Is that true? That doesn't... Boy, that doesn't seem right. I wish I knew of a better way to make beautiful curved objects in this nightmare software. What sort of... for those of you who celebrate Christmas... What are some stuff that you guys are excited about? Help me get hype for the holiday. Cause I've got plans to fly back to my hometown soon, assuming that's possible. Which I say only because I don't know, things seem pretty bad. And I don't want to get anybody sick. Oh, we got emotes. Most excited for cookies. God, I miss group cookie exchanges. Christmas food, especially desserts. Cookies all day. I did save one of my gingerbread planks. Ooh, Celebration IPA. Oh, Nicholas, I'm glad to hear your grand got out of the hospital. Mock souffle. What does it shit talk you? Is it like, oh, this is the best cooking you could do? I should have done a cookie exchange this year. Damn. Chad, what kind of cookies are you making right now? I guess I could make cookies on Saturday. That would be a fun, wholesome activity. I worry about giving myself tasks because I'm so bad about not doing tasks when I'm supposed to be relaxing. I'm not a competent relaxer. Making a pizza is pretty solid. I made some dumplings earlier. They slapped. Nutella oatmeal thins. Ooh, Among Us. That sounds fun. Wait, did I miss what Chaz... Oh, the chocolate orange cookies. Those slap. They are incredible cookies. Chat, I can confirm. IRL. They are incredible. This is not what a candy cane looks like. They were frozen dumplings that I bought at my local Asian grocery store. But they were really good. They're pork and cabbage. My favorite kind of dumpling. Why did I do this in such a bad way? This is going to be a real one today. I can already tell. I treated myself to, I got this a while back, Young's Double Chocolate Stout. It's extremely good, but as I recall, has a pretty high amount of alcohol in it. Oh, it's only 5.2. Pfft, baby stuff. Let me pound this. Like, I didn't even get myself a special bottle of wine. If you flip the candy cane upside down so the curve is like an elf shoe, then you don't have to fight leg shape. That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm starting to overheat. Hold on. Am I wearing a shirt under this? I am wearing a shirt under this. Hold on. Y'all remember that part in Fleabag where she thinks she has a shirt under? She just has a dickie. She lifts up her shirt and shows the Bankman her bra. Very upsetting moment in television history. Okay. Maybe I'll go out and get a nice bottle of wine or something for the weekend. Oh, hello, Rexicon Jesse. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We're making a gingerbread something. A gingerbread unclear. What were y'all doing on your stream? You playing some games? There certainly is a new Burnt Cookbook Party out. It just released today. It's exciting stuff. We delve into Arrow Peak Dungeon to best our competitors in a timed trial. Things go perfectly well. Nothing goes wrong. We did a great job. It was extremely... Ooh, Gartic Phone. Excellent. Very good. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying Burnt Cookbook Party, because we're really enjoying doing it, and I think we're all hoping that it takes off and people really get into it. I don't know how to make a curve. I'm too dumb. I'm too dumb at Blender. I hear Gartic Phone is a lot of fun, and from what I've seen of it, it looks incredible. It's good. Is that how does one play? I don't mean like rules wise, but is there like an app? Is it like a full game? Is there a website? It's a website. Okay, free web browser. I love that for me. Why is it so hard to make a fucking curve in this game? It's not a game, it's a software. Okay. Kind of like Jackbox games. Okay, interesting. It seems fun if you have any art skill. Uh-oh. Bad news for Jenna. this gonna work? Let's see what this does. Huh. Probably not. Huh. Okay, well, wait, hold on. Why are simple arcs? I remember doing the Blender tutorial that I took. Definitely had a section about making curved lines nicely, but boy, do I not remember how to. But actually, that's not bad. Actually, that's not bad. Okay. I guess if I do some cuts, I can smooth this out. Hey, Playable Head! Thank you for re-upping your subscription, and hello, welcome. As you can see, we're doing gingerbread stuff. Here we go, Is this gonna do anything? Is this gonna smooth it out like I want? Ugh. I love that y'all are excited about cookies. And that makes me excited about cookies. I feel like I should get some cookies. I do still have one gingerbread tile plank from the gingerbread planks that I got from Whole Foods. And that was pretty good. Hard to be unexcited about cookies. That's a great point. That's a good point. Oh, Lady Flame, thank you. That's so sweet. That's extremely sweet. I'm doing my best. And it's not always great, but that's all you can say for any of us, I think. All we can do is our best. I finally managed to more or less finish the script I was working on time loops. Really excited for y'all to experience whatever that video is going to be. The script as it is now is about 9 pages, which is probably about a 25-minute video. Hopefully it'll get cut down because that's kind of a nightmare. But I think it's going to be a good video. We'll see. There's a version of this video that exists in my brain that is 3 times longer than that. And it's just going to have to stay in my brain. Okay. Oh, penguin cookie cutters. That sounds amazing. I dug out my cookie cutters that are all heritage cookie cutters from when my mom was like, I'm not going to make anything that requires cookies to be cut. So I don't need this anymore. Lady Flame, that sounds incredible. I would love to watch a soothing 58 minute Sudoku video. I know, it's one of those things where it's like, if my time were up to me, I would keep working on this. And in fact, I might try to find a way to keep working on it. I don't know what form it would take. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, we don't really have quotas, thank God, at Polygon, because what a nightmare that would be. But we don't have unlimited time, sadly. But I think you'll like the video as it stands now. Okay. Release the Jenna cut. I mean, I think the video as it's going to stand now is still going to be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of video. But I think it'll be good. I don't know. I'm talking. It covers a lot of stuff about how we engage with the world today and how fucked up everything is a little bit. Okay, this is almost a candy cane shape that I can live with. Hey, Joe! It's got our curve got a little whack. Can I do anything about that? I mean, if anybody can do anything about it, it's me. But can I? Okay, there we go. I'm making. I guess I've decided to commit to doing a gingerbread Baba Yaga house. At no point was it a conscious choice, but I think it's the choice that I've made. Yeah, this is a candy cane leggy for the Baba Yaga house. Yeah, it's a sequel. The funny thing is, I think the first Baba Yaga house I did was around this time of year too. So is it something about the winter that just makes us think of Baba Yaga? And now let me think about. Let's make a copy. Gotta have two leggy legs. Or I'm a fool. That's not how we do it in Blender. We don't just have to make copies and pastes of stuff. We use attributes. There we go, to make perfectly symmetrical stuff. My brain must not be in the sort of procedural place it needs to be to do Blender. The logic of Blender is very specific, and my brain is not in Blender logic mode. My brain is in like cultural theory mode, and it's a different vibe. It is a different vibe, my friends. Oh god, I'm getting beer everywhere. Oh god. Okay. Feel pretty thin. I guess let's maybe. I mean, they're gonna be. The implication is that they are giant. What if Santa is Baba Yaga? You guys are making some great points. Elfie's little elf boots. I do love the idea of candy cane canes. Because you cane, as they say. Because I don't know how these are legs. I simply don't know how these are legs. I don't know that they are yet. Your fortune cookie had an ad for ZipRecruiter on it? I hate that. Oh, I hate that. I hate that a lot. That makes me uncomfortable physically. Oh. Yeah, I don't care for that at all. Could we do... What if I do... something like this, and then maybe there's like a gumdrop apparatus that connects these two. Oh, the curved bit has the toes. Wait, hold on. That's a good idea. I don't know why I assumed this would be how this is. This is the worst, the worst direction for leggies to be. Because it's not how leggies are. Is this better? I don't know. This seems still pretty unstable. What if candy cane skis? It looks like skis. Okay. Okay. What if it's tiny little chicken's feet on sort of a candy cane sled? And then what would the bottom of a candy cane sled be? What kind of, maybe like a graham cracker? More legs for stability. I like that. Yeah, there's no reason. I mean, chicken legs are traditional, but there's no. This is already an untraditional Baba Yaga. So I don't see why we can't do many legs. This is. I can already tell this is going to be a lot of candy detail work, and that's fine. I'm mentally preparing myself for it now. Hi, Screams for Memes is dead? Did you change your username? And is this a transitionary username before you transfer to some other username? Screams for Memes died on a BGG stream. Wow, rest in peace. Reap. Yeah, F in the chat for Screams for Memes. They died how they lived on Twitch, I guess. Killed me while Dracula did. Whatever the stream is, it sounds fun, and I regret missing it. Does Brian still only stream at like 7 a.m.? Because I respect that, but I can't get on board with that. Yeah? That's even... Wait, actually, that's not as bad because he lives in the other coast now. And that would be easier. Okay. Maybe I'll have to drop in on one of his streams sometimes. Yeah, they're living on the other coast now. And I'm happy for them. I'm not all sad about losing my friends to another coast. It's totally fine. I'll get to see him someday. Okay, I'm feeling good about that SLED energy. 2:30 a.m. Good night. And now you have to bike alone. Oh, cinnamon shakes. That's tragic. Okay. I don't know what kind of feet are going to be on here, but I did just make a decision that this house is going to be riding the sled like it's a skateboard, sideways style. So the front of this house is going to be here. I'm going to mark it out. What if everything about the house is drifting backwards because it's going so fast on the sled? I don't know how I'm going to commit to this, but I am going to commit to it. Let's do... the whole render is a smear frame. Yes. Yeah. That's 100% the vibe that I want from this. I don't even know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to do everything normal, and at the last possible moment, I'm going to fuck everything up. I'm going to fuck up everything that we do here. This is what we're doing on the stream. Thank you, Toby Winter. We're going to make a perfect blend, and at the last possible moment, I'm going to smear it in some way that I haven't decided yet. And it's going to be fucking wild. Yes, very true to making a gingerbread house. Exactly. Exactly. A cruel, cruel creation meant not to be eaten, but to be viewed. I just got to drink a lot more beer, and then you can make a smear without even meaning to. You make a great point, Joe. All right. Let's go ahead and... I always get this thing, and I know it's going to happen every time, but this weird little lip when I do doors this way. And I know that the answer is to not do doors that way, but that's not how I play this game. That's not how I play Blender. So instead, we're going to utilize this. Make a little welcome mat. Oh, Penguin Gone Mad said, so is gingerbread house making a really big thing over in the US? It's got an accessibility ramp. I like that. It's a dual welcome mat accessibility ramp. Baba Yaga is evil, but she's not that kind of evil. All are welcome to be trapped in her gingerbread house. I love gingerbread. I love gingerbread cake. I often make. I love a gingerbread cookie. I am obsessed with gingerbread. I love it all. But to answer your question, I have definitely, I think 2 years ago for Christmas, the Queer Vox Club, which I am a part of, they had money at the end of the year that they hadn't used for events, and they needed to spend it, so they got a whole bunch of gingerbread kits. And so all the queer kids hung out and made gingerbread kits for like 2 hours. And it was really great and fun, and I liked it a lot. And then I punched my gingerbread house with my fist, because that's what you do when you make beautiful things. Bye, Cinnamon Shakes! Yeah, it was an incredible bonding experience. It was really fun to see how everybody approached the task of making the gingerbread house. It was a lot of fun. Need to blend a fist to destroy this. I mean, the act of destroying this is going to be me smearing it at the last moment in the worst way possible. Haha! Queer cooking party, aka most of the parties I've ever hosted. Okay, what would a gingerbread house door handle? Would it just, I guess it'd just be like a dollop of icing? But if this is like hypothetically a life-size gingerbread house, Joe Gatz, you make a good point. A mint, I was thinking a mint. That's an option. The point being, I don't think everybody's out here making gingerbread houses all the time in the US. But they are definitely a thing. And I also remember as a child, once or twice our household making a gingerbread house. We had really, really fancy, God, I'm flashing back now. We had these really fancy tin gingerbread molds And my mom would absolutely, like, she would make the dough and roll them out into the pans and press them down and cook them that way. I wonder what happened to those. I hope my mom didn't get rid of them when my parents divorced. My mom got rid of a lot of kitchen stuff I would have liked to have kept when my parents got divorced. But I wonder where that is. I'll have to ask her. Oreo cookies instead of gingerbread. That's cool. That's very cool. I mean, it's nice. I don't know, gingerbread's nice. I also watched, I think it was the New York Times did a video that was like Sola Wiley and her partner versus some other famous cooking people from the internet. Did a versus Gingerbread House competition in a day. It was a very good video. I highly recommend it. I guess we'll do... I do like the idea of a gumdrop. Doorknob. Because I think I can make probably a pretty cool gumdrop texture. And I think that will be fun to look at. Gingerbread Showdown. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Thank you. The Able Sisters shop in gingerbread form. That sounds incredible. Wow, that sounds really nice. I'm going to look that up later because that feels like it would make me feel something nice inside. And I would like that. That sounds pleasant. Oh, I have to look at this. Thank you, everybody who's dropping links to this cute thing in chat. That's so good. It even has like a little sugar window where you can see little accessories. Oh, wow. That's so impressive. I do want to eat that and crush it with my fingers. Yeah. Incredible. All right, I'm going to go ahead and make some, not texture paint. I need shading. Thank you. I'm going to make this into a gumdrop because I feel like if I leave it, I'm going to forget what the plan for this was. Animal Cracker Crossing. Yes, exactly. Christina McDonald's Winchester Mansion. No. If you have a link to that, I would like to see it. Is she the lady who had the spooky Netflix special? I wonder how I can make this foggy. I actually know it's easy to make things foggier than it is clear, but I can't remember. I'll have to think about what kind of texture I would need to make it look sugary. That's going to be an interesting one. Anyway. Blazeball. I fell off Blazeball like a cliff. I fell off the Blazeball cliff pretty early. Is it pretty wild right now? Is there a glitter texture? That's a good question. Joe Cats, are you saying I need to get back into Blazeball? I mean, Simone is much, much more hardcore into it than I am. I was only into it briefly. You're just wild. I mean, it was really enjoyable, but I think a new... Oh, I think I was... Is it the New York Millennials? Is that one of them? This was back earlier. Yeah, I was part of the New York Millennials. I always go for a home team, and I live in New York, so that was the natural option. Let's go Mills, baby. Every time I drop in to Blaze Ball, and I'm just like, hey, what's happening here? And it's great every time, but I never stick around long. It feels like it's just gotten so imparsably obscure. Like in a nice way, but in a way where I'm like, I can't. I have to do other things with my day. What would it... Ice cream cone. I didn't even have to ask it. What I was going to ask is what would be a good cone shape that we could do a roof out of. But the answer was clear. The proportions are going to be whack. It gets more as time goes by. Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. It was already so much when I was following it, and it's the fact that it's just gotten more. Still not sure what Blaze Ball is. That's fair. Is it a game? It's a spectator sport. It is a spectator sport. So yes, it's a game, but no, you can't play the game. Currently on a break and doing little alternate universes. What I love most about Blaze Ball is it does feel like all the people who were making incredible fan art for Welcome to Night Vale, and hopefully still are, it feels like they have switched over to making fan art about Blaze Ball, and I love that for me and for them. This is all gingerbread. God, that's cool. Look at the little bricks. That's so impressive, and also what a nightmare. I'm glad she did it so that I didn't have to do it. Welcome to Night Vale Homestuck Diagrams. It's true. And I'm laughing because it's true. Oh, man. God, that does make me want to reach out to all of the Homestuck fans I know to see if they're on the Blaze Ball Blaze Ball energy, if they're riding that Blaze Ball train. The only person who got into well, that just means Blaze Ball is your first fandom. Oh, rooting for the tacos, huh? I don't really know what that means. It just felt like the right baseball thing to say. I feel like if I got back into Blaze Ball, I would also have to do my father the service of also getting back into real baseball. And I don't know if I have the energy to care about real baseball anymore. Go Cards. Cardinals fan, born and raised. Yeah, okay. I'm also going to label this so I don't forget. They broke this game several times? How is it possible to break Blaze Ball? Oh, this is a great question. Beep Boobs ask, if I wanted to get into Blaze Ball, where would I start? That's a very good question that I do not have an answer for, but which I'm hoping somebody in the chat does. Chat got real quiet when Real Sports came up. That's fine. I have one of those relationships with my dad where it's like we bond over sports because that's a safe topic. What are gingerbread windows made out of? Are they just like drawn on? Gingerbread windows. Would it be like, I know you can do like candy melts. Oh, I'm looking at some pretty cool candy melts. Okay. That or they're just holes. Melted Jolly Ranchers are drawn on. Well, I mean, we're fancy here, so we're going to do a faux Jolly Rancher window, I guess. Yeah, okay. Joe Gatz, I love you being like a Blazeball fandom recruiter. I hardly know her. I'm gonna make, whoops, the eyes on the front of this look like a human face so that it looks from the front as though. Maybe I'm gonna do that. God, how am I gonna do this actually? I want to make it look like a human face. So when you look at it, when it's coming at you on the sled, it looks like it's staring at you. Yes, yeah, yes, Eduardo, that's exactly the vibe. But it's tricky because it's so much easier to make one square shape than multiple square shapes. Have I done Boolean stuff before? I think the answer is no. If I don't know the answer, then the answer is no. Oh, congratulations on starting your vacation officially. You can make a window as a separate object. I know I could. I feel like you have additional information to give me, so I don't want to respond. And then use the Boolean modifier to like subtract the area what the window would be. So I do a version of this called Knife Project that I think kind of does the same thing. Does the house have sentience, or does it just slide around scaring people? Who thinks it's alive? God, that's a great question. My instinct has always been that the Baba Yaga house does have some sort of intelligence, because it can move. It has its little feetsies. It might only have chicken brain. Yeah, canonically alive, so yes, okay. It's alive and it does sweet tricks. It both is and does sweet tricks. I've always kind of imagined it was like a pet. Sentient, unclear, alive, defo. Yeah, that makes sense. Where does it keep its brain? The same place most of us do, in our attic. Let me think about... No, that's not the wrong thing. There you go. Gotta think about, like, what kind of shape should these good eyes be? What if we made them like... Okay, no, I've got an idea. Eat Meowth. I don't think that's true. That sounds like something an older cousin would tell you as a prank. That's my guess. If somebody knows differently, let me know. And now I'm curious. I mean, it can't be true, right? It just can't be true though, right? Some dinosaurs had a second brain in their butts. What? A second nervous system because they were so large. Okay, no, that makes sense. I mean, squids have or octopus have a distributed nervous system. So they hypothetically have multiple little brains. We have a second brain in our guts? What the fuck are you on, chat? Chat, you are spiraling and I don't know how to be where you're at right now. I don't know what's happening, but brain goals. I don't like the idea of my guts having a second brain. I find that alarming. I'm I'm trying to manifest a specific emoji face in my mind. And it's the, contrary to popular myth, dinosaurs don't have butt brains. Smithsonian says so. Okay. Please give Baba Yaga House guts and a brain made out of frosting. Yeah, I don't see why we shouldn't do that. The emoji, I'm trying to remember what it looks like. It has like it has like down eyes, and it's like, whoa. That, do you guys know what emoji I'm thinking of? Where it's like it's discerning, like, whoo. This is a nightmare. No, I can't do it again. It's just like, it's not weary, it's like unnerved. I'm gonna Google unnerved emoji. It's one, I can't believe this is so difficult. This is a nightmare. No, it's a text emoji. It's not a graphic emoji. Although I do love you all putting graphic emojis in the chat. It's the one. This is emoji faces. I guess emoticon is the word I want. It was so popular like a decade ago. Does that help? It's a text face. That's close. Faye Fanfare, you're the closest so far. Yes, yeah, yes, eat Meowth. Eat Meowth. That's the one. That's exactly the one. That's it. That's the one. Thank you, Eat Meowth. The look of disapproval. Okay. I couldn't remember what the energy, the manifested energy of it was. Okay, let me see if we can. I guess we should start with circular windows. I used to love that emoticon. I guess I've become jaded. I don't disapprove of anything anymore. I can't be bothered to care anymore, so I don't need to disapprove any longer. How to get a bottle open without needing one. Smash! I mean, that's an option. Is it a wine bottle? Yeah, is it wine or is it beer? Give us a context on what kind of bottle this is. Oh, that is a good trick. Press the Windows key. Ah! Ah! Incredible. That's fun. Y'all remember the table flipping emoji? That's another classic. Sometimes if you have a D-ring on like your keychain, you can use those sometimes. Your instinct was knife and it didn't work. Well, so you just need something that'll catch the lip and give you leverage if it's a beer bottle. If it's a corker, that's trickier. Okay, let me think about how we're going to capture the look of disapproval. We're going to make this I wasn't intending to, but this is going to be a 3-dimensional window. We're going to do it the easy way. No, do it. There we go. Oh, I guess I need to make the little frowny notch first. Can do it off a counter edge. That's pretty impressive. I definitely had a friend in college for whom that was all they wanted to do, is they wanted to be able to open bottles without using a bottle opener. Like, that was like their epitome of what they thought was cool. And they were right most of the time. So, so good on them. Hold on. I should do this first, and then I can do the expanding. God, it's a very intense face. This is gonna have an intense face. It's gonna have a look of concentration appropriate for the sick skateboard tricks it's doing. I hung out with some people in college. I certainly hung out with some people. A lot of them were cool. Some of them were in a cult. This is a true fact. A huge amount of the people that I was very close to in college were part of a local cult that is still running. And I very recently, actually, before I went back home over the summer and talked to some of my friends who I was friends with at that time, who were a part of the cult, but who left it. And are like they were never that deep into the cult. Anyway, I looked up to see if the cult was still running, and yes, it is. There's a whole bunch of, it has a bunch of Google reviews that are like it has a bunch of Google reviews that are like, this place is a cult. If you get out, please join our support group for people who are a part of this. It also has a bunch of reviews that are like, this church is the best church. It's my life. You have to come here. It's the best. And so the Google reviews are just split between people who are like, this is the best church I've ever been to, and people who are like, no, this is a cult. Oh, man. Anyway, that's how I know I would never join a cult, because they did very actively pursue me to join. But the cult was very Christian themed. Like, hypothetically, you wouldn't know it was not just a regular Christian cult, or is not just a regular, like, Christian denomination. The Midwest is a trip. Yeah, it's fair. Anyway, my friends who used to be a part of it and who left are fine. They left before they actually left because they were Catholic, and the people who ran the church wanted them to be like rebaptized in the church, and they were like, no, we're Catholics. What are you thinking? And so it was rough for a while because they lost a lot of their friends, but they still had me. Anyway, that was a weird time. That wasn't all my friends in college. That was just one of my friend groups, but it was wild. Thank you for re-upping your subscription, Amber Aaron. We're talking cults. Anyway, that was a time. I don't. That was certainly a time of my life. If your cult has at least 4 stars, I'd like to hear it. That just means that they have more people in the cult than outside of the cult. College students split between wants to open bottles unconventionally and members of a cult. Yeah. Yeah, if I had a cult, it would be about aliens at the very least. That sounds a lot more entertaining. This cult was pretty boring. I mean, all they wanted to do was just control the people that were members and have them estrange them from their family and friends who disagreed with the church. I mean, I don't know here's the thing is, like, I don't know what the real deep shit of the church was. It could have been some really freaky shit. I never got that close. A UFO cult in Germany. A pretty big UFO cult in Germany. Goodness. What's happening here? Why aren't you doing eye stuff? Yeah, you're the eye. Just change the eye. There we go. Okay. It's a fairly big alien cult. Good night. Realism. Interesting. The point is, listen, if you're a member of a group and that group insists that you estrange yourself from the other people who love and care about you, including your other friends and family, then that's a group that's trying to control you. And you shouldn't do that. If anybody's trying to estrange you from people that love you and care about you, then it's worth thinking, whoa, that got freaky. I accidentally made it weird human colors again, which was a mistake. What was my favorite Jolly Rancher flavor? I love green apple. Green apple. Favorite. I guess these would be, I mean, they're candy though, so I guess they should be candy. Yeah, PSA, don't join a cult. I don't know why I tried to to slap a moral on that story. There really isn't one to be had. A lot of the people I knew that were part of that cult were very nice and chill people. But that didn't matter to them in the end, because I couldn't join their cult, and so they couldn't be friends with me. Like, the true story is that, like, I'm not in contact with almost any of the people that were in that cult because they weren't allowed to be friends with me, because I was like, I'm not going to join your cult. And that was like the end of our friendship. Weird times. Weird times. I've lived a lot of life, gang. I don't know what to tell you. You did get trans rights. Yeah, the colors did become trans right eyes. We'll figure out what candy that is later, I guess. I'm trying to remember that I'm making a candy cane house. I mean, we all still have a lot of life to go, is the good news. This guy who took me on a date introduced me to his best friend. I didn't know I was trans when I asked him to hang out. His excuse was, and I quote, my mom says, I can't, my mom wants me to move her furniture. Are you joking? If something is wrong, let me know. And he just kept clinging to the furniture thing. Awkward screams for memes. Is dead. Awkward energy. I guess if this is an ice cream cone, this would be all the way up. Oh, so it's like Farmville. It's molded chocolate with sprinkles. Oh, I like that. I mean, I was going to go for the ice cream route, but then it does leave a lot of empty space. I mean, I guess we could have like an ice cream brain. I don't even really know how to begin to make a brain shape. We'll just put some gunk up in there, and we'll all know that it's the brain. Completely smooth brain. I mean, this is a dumb house for sure. Oh no, pliable head. Oh no. Oh my god, that's awkward. Oh boy, that's awkward. Queerman, thank you for re-upping your subscription. Happy 11 months. Welcome to Peachville. I actually think you were already in Peachville. But congrats on continuing to be in Peachville. I'm trying to think about what element can be the mouth on this creature. I mean, it definitely should be a candy mouth. Gummy worm's pretty good. Wax lips. That's pretty good. Wax lips is pretty good. Gummy worm would be fun. A candy corn beak. I mean, that would be very appropriate for Baba Yaga. I mean, I guess, yeah, I could get rid of this door. And we could do... I mean, hypothetically, I can get rid of this door. In practicality, it's going to be awkward. But we could put the door in the front. That would make more sense. Okay, hold on. Okay. I did all that, but then I don't think I decided what kind of mouth it would be. I mean, maybe the doorknob is a pair of wax lips. I did already make this perfect gumdrop, though. It's not perfect. It'll be perfect, though, once I perfect it. Chiclet teeths. I mean, we should do chiclet teeths for sure. For sure. It wouldn't be the stream if there weren't some weird teeth. If every triangle were perfect, then we wouldn't have teeth. So true. So true and so beautiful. I guess this could be open. Yeah, there we go. Do I want to close that off? I really don't need to. We're only going to see the inside. All right, let me look at what chiclets look like. Chiclet gum. Are you going to be... I guess if everything else is candy, you're going to look at this and know that this is also candy. They're a lot more regular than shape than teeth normally are, so I like that. I mean, there are no shortage of weird like Instagram style. I mean, I'm thinking specifically there's one in New York called Make It All Candy But Real Teeth. There's a place in New York called the Museum of Ice Cream. And I remember when I first heard about it, I was very excited because that sounds like a place I would love to go to. But it's not actually that. It's just a bunch of like scenes to take really cool pictures at, which is also fine. And I do think they technically sell ice cream. But mostly it's just like it's meant to be a place where you take cool Instagram pictures, which is also fine. But why would you call it that if it wasn't a museum about ice cream, a thing that I would like? But I do love the idea of one of those that's a gingerbread house. That's just like a giant candy. It's just big candy. That seems like it would be really fun, right? I want to go to a place with big candy. I'm going to give this thing more buck teeth. Maybe that's, I mean, it's a good concept for a short story, I'll say, is an updated Hansel and Gretel, but it is just a weird museum of ice cream style Instagram trap. That could be pretty cool, actually. I would not survive a grim fairy tale. That's extremely fair and true. If I saw a big house in the forest and it was made of candy, I would eat the candy. I don't think I'd even think twice about it. I don't think I'd even consider what I was doing. I would just be so excited that there is a big old candy house. And say what you want about me, but I want a big old candy house. That's just it. Oh no, I made everything gum. A candy house in the forest would be covered in bugs. Yeah, generally, JRL, that's fair. This is a little upsetting. It's Scream. This is a mouth that is screaming. Oh boy. I do want to see real quick. Hypothetically, there's a way to get strippy stripes. And I certainly do know how, but boy, can I not remember. Blender strips. I've definitely made stripes in Blender before. I'm gonna look it up later though. Okay. I guess this thing needs more windows. Windows for ears. Yes, Ika. Yes, that is a good idea. I don't know how I'm going to convey that necessarily. The ear shape is a is a tricky one to get naturally. That's not bad. There we go. The face is very alarming. Making some art for a secret Santa. Where could I place a giant crab? Give us 10% more context. God, I'm nervous about the smear. The smear is going to do a lot. It's going to do something to this. And I don't know what yet. Let me try to add stripes to this thing. Hypothetically, it should be easy if I just add a bunch of cuts. But see, the cuts have a lean to them. That's wild. This is going to be annoying. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to auto-generate it. I don't want to fuss with it. A crab in the city. I don't think that's too cliche. Could you do... there's got to be a fun, famous landmark you can add a crab to, though, right? What would the back end of Baba Yaga's house have? It's a tricky question. I decided I'm not going to do legs. It's just going to be on the sled. That just makes more sense to me. A little butthole. Hey, I'm scuttling here. I do like that. That would be a lot of fun. Puppy chow is a candy. It's a fun little candy treat. I've never made puppy chow, but I've eaten quite a lot of it, and it's lovely. It's like Chex Mix. Yeah, it's like Chex Mix with chocolate and powdered sugar and peanut butter, I think sometimes. Candy has Ivy as hair. Tail feathers is interesting. Is there a good candy we could slap on that ass? What's some good candy we could slap on that ass is the question that I've posed to you. Oh, I love the idea of gummy. Yeah, candy worms as hair. That's a good idea. Knife Snail, I'm not going to allow it because somebody else is already getting... Pliable Head already added it as a quote. Sorry, Knife Snail. God, I could go for some gummy candy, though. Joe, 3 people attempted to add that quote. Honestly, it's fine that it's in there twice. I want people to know what I'm about. It's a good quote. Good. Let me think about what's a good way to make gummy candy. I mean, the best option. The best option might just be to sculpt it. It's gotta be wibbly. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do in Blender that's going to convey a gummy worm. Oh my god. Blender, stop. Blender, just let me move. Oh god, Blender. Elastic deform is what I want, but I don't think it's gonna work. Been training for this my whole life. God. You might be right. But that feels bad. That feels grim. Oh yeah, absolutely not. No, that's not gonna get it done. I don't think this looks like a gummy worm. I'm kind of level with you, gang. I don't think there's a texture I can add to this that'll make you look at it and think that's a gummy worm. Maybe it's a Twizzler. Maybe Twizzlers are more accessible. What do Twizzlers look like? Maybe some red vines. All this is doing is making me want candy, which is not ideal. I'm gonna have such red vines might be a better option, but even that's not gonna be a good option. But I want to add some. It's got to have more details. If I'm gonna blur this shit, if I'm gonna smear this whole thing. If we're going to smear this whole thing, first of all, I've got to figure out how to blend some stripes. So let me do that. First of all. And I know it's just there's one texture that'll get it done. I've used it on this show before. I used it at Halloween even. So the fact that I can't remember is so frustrating. Look at an image right now. This is more complicated than I remember it being. Just show me a list of all of the stuff that I need. I'll drop it in. Ugh. All right, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. It's okay. It's going to be streaked. It'll be fine. Nobody will know. Halloween was 1 million years ago. Yeah. I can't argue. You're absolutely right, and I feel it in my bones every single day. am I doing this? This is so annoying. Any update on the skull in the woods? There has not been an update. I have not asked my mom about it, which is why there has not been an update. Maybe I'll ask her about it this trip. It really just depends on what each of our temperaments are at any given moment. This is the most obnoxious way to make stripes. And it's going to make the stripes, and that's the important part. But I wanted all of you to know I'm annoyed, mainly at myself, for not remembering a better way of doing stripes. Ah. There we go. Candy canes are like pretty shiny, right? I don't remember. I think they're pretty shiny. Okay. We did it! Oh, it was the wave texture. It's too late, Drazia. You see, you're extremely right. It's the wave texture, but it's too late. I did the thing. And now it's done forever. The back needs something, and I don't know what, but it needs something. I think I'm also gonna add more cuts to the ice cream cone, so maybe it looks more like an ice cream cone. Oh, right. You're weird, Blender, about these sorts of things. I forgot you're so weird, Blender. Okay, no, that did it. Okay, how did I do that? That's never worked for me before. Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna... That's not what I wanted to do. Can I... What am I trying to do here? What do I think I'm doing here? I want to extrude in. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I understand what's happened. You've added those cuts to the inner cone. Blender. Blender, you little minx. Blender, that's not going to help me at all. Why would you not? Why would you do it to the inner cone and not the outer cone? Why is that how you operate? Okay, maybe I was just hovering over the... Hold on. Maybe I was hovering over the wrong... Oh, Blender. You vixen. Oh, I'm furious with you, Blender. Blender, you're getting coal in your stocking this year. You absolute fucking mess of a machine. You absolute... Why? Why would you do it on the inside one and not the outside one? Oh, you're a nightmare software. Okay. Well. Oh. I'm just furious with you, Blender. Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship is accurate. Some days it's more one than the other. I don't know if there's a max amount of quotes. We'll find out together, maybe. I do like the idea that at some point Nightbot is gonna say no. No more. You don't get any more. But I don't think there's a limit. What do backs of houses have? More doors, right? Gingerbread houses. Yeah, I think you guys are right, is that there should be a butt of some kind. A butt made of gobstoppers. Surely there has to be a candy that looks like butts. Candy that looks like butts. I'm just Googling it right now. Let's see what we can get. It just recommends butt cheek gummies. Buttocks, chocolate, lollipops. These are so literal. How disappointing. Also a lot of, okay, I don't recommend Googling this. This one, you probably don't need to Google that one. Mounds. Hello, Robs. Thank you for the raid. Hello, raiders, and welcome. We're trying to figure out what candy would be good to make butt cheeks out of. For the back of this candy cane. This gingerbread house. The peppermint butthole's not a bad idea. It's not a good idea, but it's not a bad idea. What were you over at Rob's doing on your stream before coming to this nightmare? Friendly raiders? Okay, I love to hear that. Thank you, Winternewt. Welcome to the stream. I think I can make a candy cane. Watching the Star Wars holiday special. God, that's a piece of media that I've never seen and have only heard legends about. How was it? Oh, Hostess Snowballs would be a very good one. I don't know if I have a... I mean, it has the same problem as Gumballs. It has B. Arthurs and costumes designed by Bob Mackey. How is that possible? Better off and missing out. I mean, that is an incredible description of anything. And it does make me want to watch it. It was still not fun to watch. Oh, wow. That's damning. If something's bad, it should be at least be fun to watch. It should at least have the dignity. Let's see. How am I going to extend... Am I going to have to do this the old-fashioned way? That seems bad. No, surely not. Okay, hold on. Act at gunpoint? I mean, when you say it like that, that does sound fun. I just want you to have more cuts. Maybe this is the wrong... I mean, I guess putting a wave texture on a circular object would be a nightmare. Tunox tea cakes. That sounds nice. I would love a tea cake. Are you just not going to snap to the middle of this shape blender? Okay. All right. Well, this is a nightmare way of doing this, but it'll get the job done. But should I bevel it before I do? I should bevel it before I do this. I've somehow found a way to make Blender into embroidery. I don't really know how I've done it, but it's kind of soothing. In a weird way, doing model work is much more soothing than sculpting, because it's all so precise. Hypothetically. Okay. Well, I hope there's the right number of stripes. I'm just realizing that there might not be. That's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah, I've never cracked open Maya on account of it's very expensive. Nice to know. That's a great question. I know it's industry standard, but I mean, more and more people are using Blender. I think it's more of a kind of a Photoshop situation where it was dominant for so long and didn't have anything really challenging it. And now it's starting to get challenged a little by Blender. Oh, Blender. Sometimes you make it hard to love you. But that reflects my own inability to understand you and not anything essential about you, Blender. Oh, good. Okay. We had the right number of stripes. Would have been embarrassing. Oh, see, doesn't that look nice? Oh, fuck. Didn't that almost look nice? Almost there. There we go. That's beautiful. That's good. Now that's a peppermint. It's like a bunny tail. It's like a cute little bunny tail. It's not a butthole. And if you think that reflects more about you than it does than it does anything that we're doing on this stream. No, it's a bunny tail. It's a cute little bunny tail. It's very well done, but it's bad. I don't know why you think is there a place I can put this where it's okay? Is there a place where I can put the peppermint where it's okay? Because I don't think the answer is yes. I mean, it's... Do you also create a physical thing using your designs? Like, do I 3D print it? I don't 3D print it. I don't have access to a 3D printer, nor do I have the knowledge required to 3D print things. But I do have a Thingiverse account where I upload these files eventually. I've not uploaded for a couple of months, but and other people have 3D printed these objects, and they're incredible. So somebody's out there doing that work. It's not me for the time being. Maybe someday. What if this gumdrop is like a beauty mark? Generally JL. I mean, you've described it accurately, but somehow very upsettingly. Of all the things to be reoccurring bits on Trophy, that is one of them. Let me look at what color. Gingerbread's kind of a darker brown. I guess not. I guess it's kind of a mid-tier brown. I wonder if there's a cookie texture. How would I make a cookie texture? Cookie texture blender. This is going to give me probably not the thing I want. Oh no, actually, okay, there's some options here. Procedural cookies. You guys are making me allow so many butthole related comments. Green, yes. Yes, green, absolutely. God, maybe I'll make some cookies Saturday. I'm gonna have to get some chocolate chips. But that would be nice. Let's see. Well, okay, I'm looking at, oh man, I'm looking at what textures you need to make a realistic looking cookie. And it's pretty much a nightmare. This is how it usually goes for me looking up textures on for Blender. I look them up and I'm like, this is a nightmare. Gingerbread texture blender. I just need something nice and subtle. Yeah, realistic gingerbread material. That's what I'm talking about. Oh God, okay. I'm looking at a node listing. Well, let's just do it. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, all right. Two noise textures. Both into vector. Oh, you're making a vector. Okay. I'm going to do all this up, and at the last moment we'll attach it so that it actually shows, and we'll just kind of, I guess, see see what this can all compile into. Also, the colored lines is new. I quite like. Why does this have so many noise textures? This is deranged. This can't be a good way of doing this. I think I'm putting my foot down. I don't think this is a good breakdown. Stop. Okay. Shaders are so much, yeah. They're so needy. Ugh. Yeah, I mean I like the computationally created variety of texture. But that's only because I hate texture painting and fussing with all of that. This thing's gonna look like it has a skin disease when I'm done with it. It's not, that's kind of not the energy you want on an edible, a delicious edible little treat. It'll smear. You're right. You're right. You're right. It doesn't have to look that great. It's gonna smear. It's all gonna smear. Let me slap some noise textures on this one too. Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay, this is fine. Can I get the eyes to look glassier? Kind of wanted like a foggy glass kind of energy. Okay. Okay. There we go. Get a little bit of glow on that. Oh, God. The other side of the peppermint. Let me just adjust that out. Okay. Now, I think we're close to the end of the stream, so it's time for me to figure out how I'm going to smear this. Okay. Go green tea, could you? I mean, okay. Okay. Let me think. Just everybody shut up and let me think. Don't actually shut up. That would stress me out if the chat all of a sudden went dead. We're just gonna try some different options. A little horrifying. I forgot that I put the weird brain up in there. I'm just gonna get rid of that real quick. We just didn't do anything with that at the end because I was too busy fucking with other stuff. Oh god, are you just not gonna let me... Blender, you gotta let me do the thing. Blender? Blender, you're not gonna let me... Okay, there we go. But you're not gonna let me do that with everything? There we go. Okay. So this is an option. For how this can go. This is one option. This is an option. Let me think about what other options are. I hypothetically, could I... What is this gonna do to this? Hold on. I'm gonna make a choice right now. I'm gonna make an important choice. I think I've already fucked this up a little bit, but that's fine. This choice is that I'm going to make a copy of this. And we'll keep it in reserve. For when this all goes horribly wrong. Okay. All right. Oh, I can't. That's right. I can't blend multiple objects. Or I can't sculpt multiple objects at the same time. Or at least I couldn't. Maybe in the new version I can. Can I? No, it's only going to let me blend this one thing. Well, let's still fuck with that and see what that's going to get us. Because I think hypothetically we can elastic deform a lot of this. Can I make everything... I make this one object? I'm certain I could, but I actually don't know how. I'm certain that's an option, but I do not know how to go about it. Oh, it's getting an angle too. Hold on, let me get rid of that angle. Man, I really want pizza. Alright, it's still an angle, but that's fine. A little bit of angle's fine. Stay with me. Stay with me, ear. Okay, I do like the look of the smear peppermint. That one's pretty okay. Yeah, the stripes look kind of cool in the smear, although I don't totally know what happened there. But I think I can fix it. Now it's on the inside and no one will see it. Oh no, there's another one on the other side. Maybe that's just a reflection. It's fun destroying things that you spent a lot of time working on. It's a unique pleasure that I recommend everybody indulge in at least once. I think I'm going to stretch that ass out a little bit more. I'm trying to go for a balance where, like, you can see what the front half was. Like, you can see what it was at one time, but then it just all kind of disintegrates. It all just sort of falls apart. The center cannot hold. Oh boy. Should I smear the eyes? I feel like the eyes being untouched I like. It's all just kind of slid. Does this need to be more? Does it need more? Yeah, oh, this place is not structurally sound. Please do not enter the gingerbread. Whatever. The gingerbread. This gingerbread house is on the right of its life. I think we can all agree. I've become dissatisfied. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. The shadow got very ominous, I feel. More ominous than I had intended. Okay. I feel pretty great about this. I'm worried I could stretch it more. I mean, that's always the case, right? But at what point have I hurt this thing enough? At what point is this just cruelty? Somewhere in between those 2 points. So let me actually... Oh no, come back. There we go. Okay, okay. All right, this I like. This I like. We're getting, I think this is getting there. I think this is getting somewhere. This looks like a single frame of, not like a Pixar movie. This is like a single frame of a DreamWorks. Of a DreamWorks Christmas movie. That you were never supposed to look at just the single frame. It's kind of like jostling on the sled. I actually don't remember that generally, JL. Was that today? I never commit emotionally to any of the plans that I start off having on this show. It's simply impractical. I can't wait to find some sort of mountain to Photoshop this onto. The eyes just don't really know what to do, which I appreciate. That's my fault. Okay, excellent. Yeah, knife snail, exactly. Yep, that's me. Bet you're wondering how I got here. Okay. Joe Gats, please don't have a nightmare about this thing. Please do not. Okay, I think that's it for the stream. I feel great about what we've done here today together as a team. I think this is a really good little creature. It certainly captures a specific kind of horrible, manic Christmas energy that I'm hoping to tap into tomorrow. So, thank you everybody for joining this very good trip. Since I won't see any of you before Christmas, probably, have a very good Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Oh yeah, do we have a name? I don't know if we have a name. It looks like a smash announcement. If anybody has a name, you have about 3 seconds to drop it in the chat, and I'm going to pick one at random. Ginger Smear House is really good. Gingersled Man. Gingersled Man is really good. All right, I'm just going to screenshot all these, and I'll pick one later. Have a good holiday. If you don't celebrate, then just have a good weekend. I should be back Sunday for Sable. I might do a longer stream than normal. I haven't decided. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.